amplifiers are the most commonly used type ng isang linear integrated IC, which is kaya meron tayong mga op-amp IC. So by definition, class, ang isang operational amplifier is a high gain and direct coupled siya ng isang differential amplifier. So an op-amp class referred to as the 741. So we can discuss it later. Yung LM741, same with yung pinapadala ko sa inyo for laboratory 4. The op-amp IC741 has become an industry standard. So this operational amplifier class, which is contained in an 8-pin IC. So nakikita nyo, yung legad niya, 8. So sabi nga ng O2, para raw siyang garapata. So 8 yung kanyang paa, made several manufacturers, di ba? So, however, all equivalent, since the specification are nearly identical class from one manufacturer to another, iba-iba yung style ng LM741. So, iba-iba. Depende sa manufacturer, yung 741 na operational integrated IC. So, ano po yung 741? So, yung na-discuss natin before na operational amplifier consists of 2 inputs and 1 output is the basics of the basic ng isang operational amplifier. So, you can see on our screen that meron na siyang pins. Ito yung tunay. So, let's discuss. The first picture that you can see shows the triangular symbol ng 4 key terminals. Actually, 5 nga nakikita nyo, ng isang operational amplifier. Specifically, yung popular na LM741 chip. Wait lang, class. So, sa pin 2 class, that is the inverting input, which is the negative. So, this is the input terminal class where yung any signal na in-apply natin will result an inverted or 180 degrees phase shift output signal. So before we tackle about this inverting input, it is amplified from the input, then to the output, it is amplified, yes, and also it is inverted. Kung sinusoidal yung wave, so may invert yung mismong wave. Pero amplified siya. And saan po siya na-connect? Sa pin 2. That is the inverting input. The other one, which is the non-inverting input, which is the positive one. Saan po yan? Sa pin 3. So this is the input terminal class where yung any signal na in-apply po natin will result in an output signal that is in phase naman. So si inverting input, from its word, inverted yung signal. While non-inverting, siya po ay in phase with the input. So that's the difference between the input and the non-inverting input. The pin 2 and the pin 3. Pin 6 naman po, that is the output. This is where class yung final and yung amplified and process signal leaves the device. That's the output, which is the pin 6. So, ang atin naman pong pin 7 and pin 4 that we can see on our screen, this is the power supplies. We have positive VCC for pin 7 and negative VCC for pin 4. The operational amplifier class is directly coupled device, di ba? Therefore, meaning it needs a dual rail na bipolar. Ibig sabihin, yung power supply niya nag-ooperate at ina-achieve yung high gain while ina-allow po niya yung output, both the positive one and the negative one. So, that's why yung pin 7 connected siya sa positive supply and the pin 4 connected siya sa negative supply. So, the core function class ng isang operational amplifier is to amplify, syempre, ng difference ng ng voltage ng pin 3 sa pin 2. So, sir, wala po dyan yung pin 1, 5, and 8. Saan po yun? So, class, pin 1 and pin 5 is the offset null. Ibig sabihin po niyan, ang function nila class, they are used to counteract yung mga slight na DC imbalance na nag-exist between the two input transistors ng isang differential amplifier stage. So, ang isang problem class ng input 1 at input 5 class due to what you call this? Due to the minute manufacturing differences, even in matched components, the two input transistor, yung nakita natin before, yung Q1 and Q2 class, are never perfectly identical. So, this causes class is small or unwanted DC voltage difference. At tinatawag natin yung class as the input offset voltage. Ulitin ko, yung, wait lang. Good morning, Sir Pasat. Go lang. So, ulitin ko po, yung two input transistor natin are never perfectly identical. So, since hindi po yun perfect na identical, nagkukos po yun ng small or unwanted DC voltage difference. So, tinatawag po natin siya as input voltage or input offset voltage or VIO. Para mag-appear po yun, kaya po gayon, para mag-appear yun at the input, which is then amplified by the op-amp massive open loop gain. So, since isa yun sa problem niya, so ang solution, anong ginagawa? Ini-eliminate niya, ang solution is to eliminate this unwanted voltage. Paano po natin ma-eliminate yon? Yung pin 1 at pin 5 po natin, pwede natin i-connect sa isang potentiometer or yung variable resistor na meron. Ano? Pag kinonect po natin sa isang variable resistor ang ating pin 1 and pin 5 with the wiper connected sa negative supply rail, which is yung BEE or VCC niya, pag ina-adjust natin yung wiper or yung mismong negative na nakakonect sa negative supply niya, magkakaroon ng small or yung precise current na ini-inject natin sa emitter circuit. Kapag kasi in-inject natin siya sa emitter circuit class, magka-cancel out yung mismong imbalance. At it bring the output voltage to the exactly 0 volts. Kapag yung input class ay grounded. Kapag grounded siya. So, that is for pin 1 and pin 5. Sir, paano naman ang pin 8? Actually, class, pin 8 is not connected. No. Pin 8 is usually class designated as not connected or no connection. So the function class is this pin class serves no internal electrical purpose and should generally be left floating or not connected to any circuit node. Sabihin po, hindi po talaga ginagamit ang pin 8. So the reason is the internal circuitry of any standard 741 only requires class 7 pins for its core function. Ano po yun? 2 inputs, 1 output, 2 power supply, and 2 offset nulls. Therefore, the pin 8 is often included simply to fill out lang po yung tinatawag nating standard 8-pin package configuration. So, hindi po talaga siya ginagamit. So, para lang maganda, siguro tingnan, wala talagang purpose. No internal electrical purpose yung pin 8. So, kaya lang tinawag na para kompleto. So, 8-legged, 8-pin package configuration. That's why wala tayong kinoconnect sa pin 8. So, next one, we are going to discuss the first application for the operational amplifier, which is the open loop voltage gain or yung tinatawag nating AVOL. So, on open loop voltage gain class, ginagamit siya without the external feedback. Malaki siya class. It's so large. And treated as infinite in ideal analysis. So, yung open loop voltage gain class is a voltage gain when there is no negative feedback. That is exactly the feedback, the negative feedback. So, the open loop voltage gain class of an operational amplifier is yung ratio ng output voltage, which is the Vout, to its differential input voltage, which is BID. So, pakitandaan po ng formula, simple as this. AVOL or open loop voltage gain is equals to V out over VID or the VIN. So, magkakaintindihan pa tayo? So, let's try to solve this first application. Napakadali lang. So, sa tunay class, in conceptual basis, bipolar junction transistor and field effect transistor is much more challenging than an operational amplifier. Why? Because doon po talaga ay magko-configure tayo ano ba yung talagang gagamitin na formula or magmo-modify pa tayo ng formula. But here, in operation amplifier, the challenge is that you are going to memorize those formulas. But in terms of the circuits or configuration, directly substitution lang ang mangyayari. Because meron na talagang given regarding dun sa mga binibigay sa ating circuit. And also, to find the input or the differential input voltage, we're going to subtract V1 to V2. So, yun na nakalagay. Para mahanap natin yung VID. So, let's try to solve an open loop voltage gain in terms of these circuits. So, try to find the output voltage of this open loop voltage gain circuit. Try nyo, class. On your own. Kahit may nagsagot na, try nyo lang. Try and try. Madali lang yan, class, ha? All are given. Baka i-ship solve nyo pa yan. We are going to solve only for the B output, the output voltage. Therefore, if you are going to simplify that, V output is equals to AVOL or the open loop voltage gain times the differential input voltage. That's the simplifications regarding the formula. So what will be the answer for our output voltage? Ang sagot, class? Sir, madali lang kaya lang nalilito kami. 1 minus 999.95 millivolts po. Yeah? Go, class.
10 po.
Are you sure? 10 volts. Yeah, chat nyo lang, class, para mas marami. It means na-solve nyo. Yan. Very good. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's correct. 10 volts. Why? Because 200,000 times yung difference between the 1 volt minus 999.95 millivolt is equals to 50 microvolts. Therefore, you're going to multiply by 200,000. Therefore, the answer is 10 volts. Same ba tayo ng process? Same process? Okay, same process. Correct? It's 10 volts. So, ganun lang. Basic lang. Dali, So, parang mas madali pa itong application compared sa introduction. Pero both are hindi challenging. Compare sa BJ10 FET, mas may challenge yun kahit paano. Pero this operational amplifier, directly substitution. But the challenge is that you're going to memorize the formula. So next one for application is that we're going to discuss the inverting amplifier itself. So inverting amplifier class of a closed loop gain. Kung kanina, diniscuss natin is the open loop gain, which is the AVOL. Ngayon, closed loop gain naman. The first one is the inverting amplifier. So we're going to find the closed loop gain or the output voltage. VO or ACL is pwede na rin. So Inverting amplifier, ika nga, is the most widely used constant gain amplifier circuit. So, tinatawag siya as an inverting amplifier na nakikita natin sa screen natin. So, yung output class is obtained by multiplying the input by yung peaks or constant gain na meron, set by the input resistor and what we call the RF, which is the feedback resistor. Class, because this output also being inverted from mismong input na meron siya. So the formula for an inverting amplifier is negative RF over R1 times B1. So what is the difference, sir, ng formula ni inverting amplifier sa non-inverting amplifier? When I am reviewing for my board examination nung last year, the technique for that is that if the supply is connected to the negative side of the operational amplifier, that is inverting. When the supply is connected to the positive of the operational amplifier, that is non-inverting, class. That's the only technique. Kunwari po, si supply na B1 connected sa negative, inverting. Yung negative na yon, itayo nyo lang, that's inverting. No? I. Yung negative, tayo nyo, magiging I siya. Therefore, inverting siya. Pag inverting siya, negative. Kapag po non-inverting, anong gagawin lang? Magpa-plus lang tayo ng 1. Same formula, but we are going to plus 1 because it is positive. 1 plus RF over R1 times B1. That's the only difference. Pakitandaan, class, ha? So, the non-inverting amplifier class, the gain when the input is applied to the positive voltage and the feedback is applied sa kanyang negative voltage, or yung negative V. Kapag yung supply niya ay connected sa negative, yung feedback pala, rather, is applied sa negative. That is the non-inverting. Sorry. So, let's try to solve ang ating inverting amplifier. So, pakitandaan po ng formula. So, let's solve for the inverting amplifier. Again, what is the formula for inverting amplifier? Anyone? Kalagay na dyan. Anong formula? Okay, Bernaline?
Sir, negative RF over R1 po multiplied to V1.
Okay, since you mentioned the formula, what is the answer for this circuit?
Wait lang po. Compute
Okay,
lang.
go. Take your time.
Sir, negative 10 volts po.
How about others? Kindly comment your answer. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for those people na nagsosolve. Highly appreciated. Okay, correct? That is negative 10 volts. Negative, ang RF natin, substitute lang. Directly substitute. Okay, another one. How about the non-inverting? What is the formula for non-inverting? And try to answer. Anyone? What is the formula? Karil? Yeah?
Ang formula po, sir, ng non-inverting po is 1 plus RF over R1 quantity multiplied to V1 po.
Okay, since you mentioned that formula, so try mong i-solve yung ating non-inverting.
Negative 8 volts po.
Are you sure that is negative 8 volts? Sure ka 8 volts yan?
Sala po pala ako, sir, ng operation. Wait lang po.
Go lang. Take your time.
12 volts po, sir.
Okay, correct. That is 12 volts. Ano? 1 plus 500 kilo ohms over 100 kilo ohms times 2. Therefore, 1 plus 5 over 1 is 5. So, 6 na yun. 6 times 2 magiging 12 volts na. Intindihan ba ng class? All right. So, nakakasunod pa naman po. Simple. Basic. Sabi ni Acel, basic. Thank you for your answers. So that is for the non-inverting amplifier. So next one is not so challenging. Basic pa din. Basic pa din. Next one is what we call the summing amplifier. Summing amplifier of the output voltage. So the output class for the summing amplifier is weighted sum siya ng multiple inputs, which is yung mga B-in-1, V2, V3 na applied through their respective input resistor na meron. So class, kunyari meron tayong siyam na resistor, siyam na input voltage. Therefore, siyam rin yung magiging ang nasa formula natin. So nadadagdagan lang yan or nababawasan depends on the input resistor and the multiple inputs na meron. So V out is equals to negative times the RF over R1 V1 plus RF over R2 V2 plus RF over R3 V3. Bakit po negative? Therefore, nakakonect po kasi yung supply sa negative ng operational amplifier. So, paano po pag dalawa lang po ang input at resistor? Therefore, hanggang V2 lang tayo. So, that's the only reason na hanggang V2 lang because of the input voltage and the input resistor. So let's try to solve this summing amplifier class. So let's try to solve this one. If you are given this circuit with V1 is equals to 1 volt, V2 is equals to 2 volts, and our RF is equals to 1,000 kilo ohms, our R1, R2, and R3, 500 kilo ohms, R2 100 kilo ohms, and R3 is 1,000 kilo ohms. And our V3 is 3 volts. So, try to find the output voltage of this circuit. Take your time. Hindi pa bilisan to ha. Kailangan sakto at tama. Okay. Very nice. Anyone can explain why the answer is negative 7 volts? Anyone? Hello? Another hand. Kyle.
So, ang formula po natin ay VO is equals to negative times the quantity of RF over R1 times V1 plus RF over R2 V2 plus RF over R3 V3. So, sa RF po natin, siya po is equal sa 1,000 kilo ohms. Bale, yung R1 po natin is equals to 500 kilo ohms. Tapos yung voltage 1 po natin is equals to 1 volts. Plus, yung 1,000 kilo ohms po na RF over R2 na 1,000 kilo ohms times yung V2 po natin na 2 plus RF po na 1,000 kilo ohms over R3 po na 1,000 kilo ohms times yung V3 po natin na 3 volts. Ang lumabas po sa akin ay negative 7 po.
Okay, correct. So another one class, same sa aming amplifier. Take note the following, the given, sasabihin ko na lang. So our V1 is negative 2 volts. Our V2 is positive 3 volts. Our V3 is positive 1 volt. Our R1 is 200 kilo ohms. Our R2 is 500 kilo ohms. And our R3 is 1,000 kilo ohms. Same feedback resistor, which is 1,000 kilo ohms. So find the output voltage of this aming amplifier. Again, V1 is negative 2 volts, V2 is positive 3 volts, V3 is positive 1 volt. R1 is 200 kilo ohms, R2 is 500 kilo ohms, and R3 is 1,000 kilo ohms. Same feedback resistor, which is 1,000 kilo ohms. So find the output voltage of this operational amplifier, summing amplifier. Operational amplifier of summing amplifier.
Sir, isa pa po.
Isa pa, another one. V1 is equals to negative 2 volts. V2 is positive 3 volts. V3 is positive 1 volt. R1 is 200 kilo ohms. R2 is 500 kilo ohms. And R3 is 1,000 kilo ohms. RF is 1,000 kilo ohms also. So find the output voltage of this operational amplifier, summing amplifier. How about others? Lahat ba ay nagsagot? Kakunti pang nagsesend. Who wants to explain their answer? Why the answer is 3 volts? Anyone? Anyone? Si Rabbi Joyce. Nakasagot ka na ba kanina?
Di pa po.
Sige, go ahead.
So, from the formula po na, yung sa summing amp po, VO is equals to negative RF over R1 times V1 plus RF over R2 times V2 plus RF over R3 times V3. Naging po siya, negative, 1,000 kilo ohms over 200 kilo ohms times negative 2 plus 1,000 kilo ohms over 500 kilo ohms times negative times 3 plus 1,000 kilo ohms over 1,000 kilo ohms times 1 volts is equals to yun po, 3 volts.
Okay, correct. Same ba? Same ba with the others? Okay. Very nice, very good. Thank you so much, Ms. Ravi Joyce Ilagan. So next, That is the pailan na tong application. Pa-4, sa aming amplifier yung pa-4. So, pa-5 and pa-6 is what we call the integrator and differentiator. So, mukha lang mahirap based on what you see on our screen because there is an integrations or even differentiation in differentiator. But before we discuss the formula, let me introduce to you what is the integrator. So far, the input and the feedback components have been resistors. So if the feedback component class used is a capacitor that we can see on our screen, the resulting connection is called an integrator. So the virtual ground equivalent na nakikita nyo sa ating screen shows that the expression for the voltage between the input and the output can be derived in terms of the current from yung input papunta sa output. So we have the formula which is output voltage is equals to -1 over RC times the integral ng V1T dt. So the difference between the integrator and differentiator class, nauuna po si resistor compare kay capacitor kapag integrator. Kay differentiator, nauna naman po si capacitor kaysa sa resistor. So kindly memorize that one. Para alam nyo kapag may lumabas na ganyang configuration or ganyang circuit, alam nyo kung ano yung gagamitin yung formula regarding dyan. Sir, mukhang mahirap. Hindi siya mahirap. Ito ang pinakamadali sa lahat ng application na meron si operational amplifier. Yes, conceptual and theoretical say na nilalagay lang dyan yung mismong integration and differentiation. But the real part is that when you are finding the integrator, the formula for this is -1 over RC only. So for differentiator, the only formula for differentiator is VO is equals to -RC. They are both negative. So, naunawalan ba ng lahat? Nakaka-follow? Goods. So, let's try to solve for integrator and differentiator. So, let's solve for integrator first. Anyone? Can you solve integrator? Try to solve integrator. Find the output voltage of an integrator in operational amplifier. Wala ako. Kanin at saka ulam. Anyone? For integrator, what is the answer? Sir, may sagot na ako. Hindi ko alam ang unit. Output voltage ang hinahanap eh. Bakit wala pa rin Hello? Narinig niyo ba ako? Hello?
Audible po, sir.
Audible naman. Kaya lang hindi alam ang isasagot. Bakit may question mark? Sure. Both others. Wala kayong tiwala sa sarili nyo. Sagot lang. What is the answer? What is the answer? Ulitin ko, class, ha? Tatagalugin ko na para daman nyo. Kapag po sinosolve ang integrator, kapag po sinasagutan, kapag sinasagutan ang isang integrator, meron tayong formula na negative 1 over RC integral ng V1t dt. It is conceptual basis. Pero class, sa pag-solve sa tunay na buhay ng isang integrator, ang gagawin nyo lang negative 1 over RC. In differentiator, negative RC lang po. Ganun lang ang naintindihan. Hindi nyo naintindihan yung ano ko, yung English ko kanina. Gusto nyo pa Tagalog. Yan. Nakuha nyo. Negative 1 volts. Correct. Ang galing. Hindi pala naintindihan yung English. Sa Tagalog pala tayo. Yung palang kailangan. So, Tagalog. So, try to find. Wait lang. Before we find the differentiator, explain muna why your answer is negative 1 volt. Anyone? Yung iba namang kamay. Si Franco, yan. Si Franco, nataas ang kamay. Very nice. Very nice of you.
Sir, ano po? Since sabi niyo nga po na yung formula po dun sa integrator ay magiging negative 1 over RC. E di substitute niyo lang po. E di po negative 1 over yung 1 times 1 po. Tapos yun, negative 1.
Yan. Correct. Correct. That's the only reason. Kaya siya ang pinakamadali in terms of operation amplifier. Mukha lang mahirap. Pero madali. Negative 1 over RC lang talaga siya. So, how about what is the answer for our differentiator? Try to solve for differentiator. Okay. So ito pa isang technique, class. Ito yung technique ko noon before. Para malaman ko kung differentiator or integrator ang isang configuration. So tinitingnan ko siya kung nauna yung C at R. Diba? Sinabi ko yun kanina sa inyo. Kapag nauna si C, ibig sabihin nauna na siya. Iniwan niya na ako. Meaning, sa differentiator, walang C doon. Kaya differentiator yon. So nagagets nyo. Sabihin doon sa ating nasa kanan na circuits, nauna si C. Ibig sabihin, pag nauna si C, iniwan niya ako. Nawala yung C, walang C sa differentiator na word. Sabihin, nauna na eh. Sabihin, differentiator yon. Kapag nauna yung C. So, yan yung clue ko nun. Kapag nauna ang R, automatic integrator. So, iba-iba naman tayong technique. No? Naka-base lang. Shinare ko lang yung technique ko. So, negative 1 volt then, who wants to explain his answer or her answer? Anyone? Ay, nahiya na. Sa sobrang dali, nahiya i-explain. Hello? Hello. Sadyang walang natas na kamay? Yung huling nagsagot na lang. Sinong huling nagsagot? Si Kenneth Cueto. Kenneth?
Sir, audible po ba ako?
Yes.
So since ang formula po natin sa differentiator po is VOT is equals to negative RC multiplied by dV1T over dt, input lang po natin yung value ng R at C. Yung micro po at saka yung mega po is magka-cancel po. So bali po ang final answer po natin is negative 1 V po.
Okay, correct. Negative 1 volt. Correct. So, that's the last application for our operational amplifier. So, ganun lang. Basic. Yun lang pala, sir. Ganun lang. Basic lang. Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, basic ang operational amplifier. Mukha lang siyang mahirap. And before I proceed to the specification, is there any questions, clarification? None so far? So far, so good? Okay. Dali lang, sir. Basic lang, kaya walang tanong. Okay. So next is the operational amplifier specification. So we have 4 specification in terms of our operational amplifier. The first one is the frequency response. So due to the internal capacitance na meron within the operational amplifier transistor, especially yung compensation capacitor ng isang 741, the open loop gain AVOL is not constant with the frequency. So it begins to roll off or nagdi-decrease siya at a very low frequency, typically around mga 10 Hz, ganon. So the key concept is that the product of the operational amplifier closed loop gain and its bandwidth class, which is yung range ng frequency na kayang i-amplify, is nearly constant. Therefore, as gain increases, the bandwidth decreases in terms of the frequency response. So the second key operational amplifier specification is the slew rate. So ano po yung slew rate? So slew rate class, ito yung maximum rate ng pagbabago ng ating output voltage that the operational amplifier can produce. So it is measured class in voltage per microsecond, which is yung V over micro S or microseconds. Hindi po yung microsiemens, microseconds. So, why it matters? Bakit ba nagmamatter ang slew rate? Because slew rate class limits how fast the output voltage can change in response to the large sudden input step. So, kapag po ang input signal ay nagbabago ng mabilis or mabilis nagbabago siya, yung output class will lag behind, causing distortion. So, it determines class yung maximum operating frequency for large signals. Yun po yung slew rate. So, the next operational amplifier specification is what we call the power bandwidth. Ang power bandwidth class, meron siyang formula. SR over 2 pi BP. Pero don't worry, hindi naman natin isasama. Purely conceptual lang naman itong specification. So, ang power bandwidth po class, it is the maximum frequency ng isang operational amplifier na nagpuproduce po ng undistorted output sine wave na full rated output voltage siya. So, ang connection po ng power bandwidth sa isang slew rate is that ang power bandwidth po ay limited by the slew rate. Meaning, as frequency increases class, yung mismong slope o yung rate of change class of sine wave, nag-i-increase din. Therefore, if the required slope exceeds yung mismong slew rate na meron, the sine wave output becomes distorted na po. So that is the power bandwidth. So the last specification or key specification of our operational amplifier is what we call the CMRR, which is the common mode rejection ratio. So as I discussed before, CMRR class is the ratio of the differential voltage gain, which is yung AD, to the common mode voltage gain, which is the ACM. So it is measured class ng operational amplifier's ability para i-reject yung noise na common sa inputs niya, which is yung inverting at non-inverting inputs na meron tayo. So, ibig sabihin lang po, pag mataas yung CMRR, usually express sa dB. So, alam naman po natin, kapag dB, maybe large po, or sobrang small, or sobrang large, kaya in decibel na siya. Express in decibel. So, kapag mataas po ang CMRR, sabihin maganda. Madami po siyang nare-reject. A high CMRR class is crucial for accurate signal processing, especially sa mga noisy environments, sa mga noisy industrials or medical environments na meron. So, yun po ang 4 operational amplifier specifications. So, the last slides for this day is the operational amplifier application in today's technology. We have 6, marami sila, pero this is one of those. So first one, we have the high fidelity audio and the noise cancellations. So sa mga meron dyang earphones, meron po yung may mga sa Apple especially, mga noise cancellation, sa may Samsung din, may mga earphone na noise cancellation. So, isa po ang operational amplifier application na naka-embedded doon. Operational amplifier class are the core component ng isang professional or consumer audio systems wherein mababa po yung noise and mataas yung fidelity. So, ang application niya class, ginagamit siya sa mga input or pre-amplifier stages na mga high-end audio mixers na meron. Kasamahan po niyan yung mga headphone amplifiers and also yung mga active noise cancellation or cancelling devices, yung mga ANC na meron. So, bakit po op-amp siya? Bakit siya operational amplifier? Because yung differential amplifier niya class na input stage with high CMRR, effectively, nire-reject po niya yung common mode noise na meron and napipick up niya yung mga hum ng isang audio cables. So, yung mga modern, yung mga low noise operational amplifiers like yung mga, kung alam niyo yung series ng OPA, yung mga OPA series, selected sila for their high slew rate. Mataas mo yung slew rate nila at mababa yung total harmonic distortion nila, which is yung THD. And ini-ensure nila na malinis, fast, and accurate yung amplification ng isang complex audio signals. Kaya high fidelity audio and noise cancellation. The second one is the battery management system, which is the VMS and power electronics na meron. So, in electrical vehicle or electric vehicles na meron tayo ngayon, ginagamitan yon. Ang isa pa, mga renewable energy systems na meron tayo. Mga portable devices also. And ano pa nga ba? Ang operational amplifier class ay vital for the precisely monitoring ng current flow. So, sa application niya, ginagamit yon in current sensing circuit at saka mga voltage regulators na meron. Because ang operational amplifier class is configured as a difference amplifier or an instrumentation amplifier. para i-measure niya class yung mga tiny voltage drop across yung small sense ng isang resistor. So, yung voltage drop niya class is proportional class sa massive current na nagfo-flow through the system mismo. So, the third one, we have the precision instrumentation amplifiers, or the INAS. So, the operation amplifier class is the core building block of the instrumentation amplifier. A high refined difference amplifier used for precision measurement, yung mga precision instrumentation amplifiers. So, application niya class is that ginagamit ito to require or to acquire weak or noisy signals sa mga, especially sa mga biomedical sensors na meron, mga ECG, sa pagkuha ng mga blood pressure, in sa mga industrial sensors like yung mga thermocouples or thermocouplers, and also sa mga strain gauges na meron. So, the fourth one, we have the active filters in digital communications. Yan yung mga signal conditioning na meron. So, operational amplifier class form the basis ng active filters na ginagamit natin extensively before and after the analog to digital converters, which is yung ADC. And also, kasama rin niya yung vice versa niya, which is the digital to analog converter, which is DAC. So, ang application niya class, ginagamit as anti-aliasing ng mga filters. Yung mga low-pass filters, right before ADC pa siya, para i-remove yung mga frequency above the Nyquist rate. And nagpiprevent din ng mga sample errors. Ano pa ba? They are also used class as the reconstruction ng mga filters after ng DAC, yung which is digital to analog converters. And bakit ba siya op-amps? Because class, active filters allow engineer like us to design filters responses with very steep roll-ups na tinatawag. And specific yung kanyang characteristics that are impossible to achieve cleanly with passive components na meron. So, ini-ensure po nito na only the desired signal bandwidth reaches yung digital domain na meron dito. So, the fifth one is the voltage comparators and timing circuits. Yan, ito yung mga mostly ginagamit talaga natin. Operational amplifier class used without negative feedback acts as an comparator. Kapag wala pong negative feedback, ang isa pong operational amplifier, comparator siya. So, the fundamental decision-making element in analog control is the voltage comparator and the timing circuit na meron. So, ang application niya class is that ginagamit ito circuit para i-detect yung mga specific voltage level na meron. Such as yung mga crossing detectors, voltage alarms, at even yung mga lately, ito yung mga oscillators or yung waveform generators natin. Ano po yun? Yung mga 555 timer na meron tayo. Mga internal comparator. May internal comparator po kasi yung 555 IC timer. So, kaya embedded din yung operational amplifier doon. So, the last one is what we call the voltage level shifting and digital interfacing. In modern electronics class, different components often operate on different voltage standards. Minsan, 3.3 voltage sa mga microcontrollers. Sa sensors niya, mga 5 voltage, ganun. Sa old system class, naabot ng 15 volts. So, operational amplifier class are essential sa mga nagtatranslate or nagle-level shifting ng signals. So, ang application niya, ginagamit class siya sa shift ng entire voltage range or yung mga DC offset na meron. So, ginagamit rin sa digital to analog converters. And also, yung vice versa niya. The microcontrollers analog to digital converters. So, that's it. That's the applications in today's technology regarding the operational amplifier of operational amplifier. Is there any questions, clarifications? Before pala we take apart, tomorrow, since we're going to discuss the microcontroller and the Arduino, that is the last topic for this semester, and no more, no less, sinunod lang po natin yung syllabus. Hindi tayo nagtamad-tamadan. Tinapos natin mismo. But unfortunately, para same kayo ng O2, tomorrow I will give the time tomorrow for your final project. Kung kayo ay mag-meet or something na may gagawin kayo, it's your time. And also, next Saturday, that is microcontroller and Arduino. Hindi po tayo magdi-discuss ng microcontroller and Arduino. Next Saturday. And Sunday of that is that pagsasabayin po natin ang Love 4 and Love 5. Because online po ngayon, hindi tayo makapag-Love 4. Therefore, 1.5 hour for Love 4 and 1.5 hour for Love 5. Same class siya. Pinag-same ko na rin siya ng submission, November 29. I'm gonna check. Activity 4. Laboratory 4. November 29. Yes, schedule. Mamaya pang 5 p.m. class naka-set kasi yung time for your laboratory 4. And ano pa ba? Announcement. Long quiz 2 is November 29. Face-to-face yun class Doon nyo rin isa-submit ang inyong final project paper and also the laboratory. For the problem set, that is December 7. Same with your final defense. So, I hope that your final project is about 3 ports or maybe almost done. And ano pa ba? Galingan nyo sa long quiz 2 in the final project because yun nga, ito magdidictate kung ano yung magiging marka nyo. Hindi nakita nyo na pumasa kayo. What I mean is that malaki pa rin yung maibibigay ng long quiz 2 at final project. Paano kapag kunwari hindi kayo nakapasa sa long quiz 2 or mababa kayo sa final project? Possible pa kayong bumagsak. So gagalingan nyo. Is there any questions, clarifications, or violent reaction? Yes.
Sir, confirm ko lang po pala yung napag-usapan niyo po ni Yuan. Doon po ba sa margin ay visible na po siya?
Yes, visible.
Okay po.
And also for your, since hindi ko rin nasabi sa O2, your RRL and RRS is like yung thesis paper ng mga studies and literature. Minimum of 5. Kayo po ang bahala. I think pwede naman siya. Pero in terms of wait lang. Wait. I think pwede naman yan. Kaya lang, in terms of pag kasi LM358, kailangan yata dito ay mataas ang voltahe. Hindi, I think pwede rin naman yan. Ang 358 kasi class, single yung kanyang power supply. Ang 741 na may dual, since single rin naman ang magiging supply natin, sige pwede naman. Pero yung number ng channel niya, 2, yung kagalingan. Sige, pwede naman. Wala ba kayong mahanapan na LM741? That's the standard. Lahat ba walang nahanapan? Or hindi pa nakakabili yung iba? Hello? Sa mga representative nila, nakabili na ba yung iba or hindi pa?
Hindi pa po. Kung order kayo ngayon sa I think aabot pa yun by next week. So let's try LM358. May question pa po? Is there any questions? Clarifications? So before we alis, ay picture muna tayo. Paki-open ng cameras for attendance. Those na naka-upcom, absent. And representative, kindly send me this picture also. Ikaw na yung Sir, hindi ko po mas-screenshot po ng buo. Hindi po ako naka-laptop.
Sino ang okay, Bernalyn. Hindi naman tayo friend. Send mo na lang kay kay Karil. And then send ni Karil sa GC. Okay.
Okay po.
Bilang ka.
Ready po. 1, 2, 3.
Isa pa class. Baki naman. Baki.
Wait lang po. Ayan. 1, 2, 3. Okay na po.
Yung nasa likod ni Acel? Ako, nag-upcam na agad eh. Sige. Goodbye. Thank you so much for your time. Tapos na tayo hanggang operational amplifier. So last topic na lang tayo. That is purely conceptual. The microcontroller and Arduino. But it is only introductory. Hindi tayo aabon sa mga encoding because it is not part of the basic electronics. So that's it. Thank you so much for your time. Goodbye and padayon engineers.
Goodbye and thank you po.
Goodbye
Thank you po, sir.